I'm going to work in my Society for Idea Collectors journal. Society for Idea Collectors is an ongoing project by Dede Willingham. There's a link to her channel and a link to her Society for Idea Collectors playlist in the description box below. And what it is a challenge, a method, just putting it out there of how you, as a mixed media artist or even an interest in art or even in your life, can get some great ideas to work on. So I have been following this since the 1st of August, and my little journal is filling up. I'm using a composition book. I've tabbed it in the margins, and then I just flip through like this. And that works for me, but it is filling up. I'm hoping that I can make it last until the end of the year so that I can start a new one in 2018. But it's going to get fat. All my journals get fat. So, as you can see, I have August. Here, I started a calendar for September, and I'm ready to start the October one here. I may have to, November and December, go into like other activities or random or something like that, just to use up some of these blank pages. I try to share what I'm doing so that you can see how I'm approaching the project. I love to do Dede's homework assignments. This is Monday. I try to get into her lives when I can, but it isn't always possible for me on Monday mornings. So I am going to work on her episode 9 assignment, and you'll see that a little bit later. But I watch every one of her. I wait for Monday mornings until she posts them to YouTube, and then I devour her Society for Idea Collectors videos. I just love them. I hope she keeps them up. So what am I going to do today? Well, what I wanted to show you was, since the last time, I've been doing some things, but what I really have been working on has been the questions tab, and let me find it here. But when I did the little mini mind map, I looked at all these blank pages, and I said, why aren't I asking more questions? I should be collecting questions. What, do I think I know it all? We won't talk about that. I know I don't. But, so I did that mind map, and so it got me asking questions. So I have been collecting questions. And as I go through my magazines and whatever material that I am disassembling for my glue book projects, I keep an eye out for questions, and I've been putting them in my questions tab and writing them down. Now I've got this first page filled now, but my goal is to fill all of them by the end of the year. Let's see if I reach that goal. So that's one thing that I've done primarily since the last video. I don't know if I've done much else. I've recorded about the activity of the Nebraska junk jaunt, but you've seen all that. What I want to do in this video is to do something. When I talked about revamping my book here, was I seem to collect all these little loose pieces, and I want to do something Delusions style. You know, the Delusions journals that have the envelope in the front where you can put things. Well, I'm going to use this bag, and I'm going to do it right here while I'm talking to you. I'm going to use this bag that I got on the junk jaunt. This is a perfect place for it, and I'm going to put it in here. Now, I like this that says you're on to something. So I think I'm going to experiment with just taping it down like this and folding it over. Let's see. I want to get it in there. I may just leave this part untaped. Maybe tape it up to here. Maybe on this side way up there, and then across the bottom. So let's just flip this over here and here. So this is the size I want. I'm going to fold this right like this and like this. And what I'm going to do is put a piece of score tape across here to hold it. Let's just kind of fine line paint applicator there. And I have some of this 1-inch score tape that comes in handy for projects like this. And I don't know how this is going to work, but this is just my kind of, I'll hold it here, journal. And I'm just going to use it as a pocket to put my little loose papers that I like to collect in here. And then I think I said I wasn't going to tape this whole thing maybe up to here. So we're going to run a piece of tape up to that and then clear up to here. So I'm going to remove a part of this. If I can, just fold it back. And this one will go right about just a little bit above that barcode. And I really have a double pocket unless I tape it down. We'll see how I like it. What it looks like when I actually get it in the book here. What I should do is run it. I will. And then this one is not going to go up as high. It's going to come, I think I'll put it closer to the edge, maybe here. Right there. And let's go ahead and peel this off. And I'm going to run another piece right parallel to it because I want that whole flap to stick down to the paper. Pull that up. And get it started here. Okay, so I'm going to take this over and I'm just going to put it right in here like this, I believe. And I don't care if it's not straight. Well, I do care, but if it's not straight, it's not a big deal. And then let's do this one at the bottom, which would be that one. And I have some bulk here for it to grow. So let's pull this one. Probably should have pulled that out. There. Yeah, I like that. And then this can flap down. And I don't mind those pockets there. And I'll put my things in here. Let's get rid of the scraps. Let's put my extras in here. You're onto something. This is that big, huge mind map that I did with Dr. BS. And I'm going to do another one of these, but that will most likely be in another video. We'll just slip him in there. Ooh, I'm liking this. And this is a newspaper article about a fellow here in Harvard, where I'm living now, who taught in Ohio, and now he's helping out the Historical Society, and he's really interested in the history of the town where I'm at. And I found that article very interesting. So, and then this, I'm going to put it in there. This is from my Nebraska jaunt, but this inspires me. I've got some ideas I'm going to work off of this. So I'm going to put it in there as inspiration. And then I think, oh, you know what I did? I take my rubber band in there. Well, let's leave it there. That's okay. That'll give me a good flap. I just won't be able to, see, like this. But I'll get another, I've got another rubber band. I found them at Walmart. They're called folder bands. I got another rubber band I can put on the front. But what my thinking is just to fold this over this way. And here again, I don't care if it's not closing perfectly. And then I'll take this rubber band and put on like this to hold it closed. And that will hold my loose material in my journal. And I do have another band I can put across here to hold everything closed. So, mission accomplished. I may have to do something with this, but for right now I'm going to leave it just like it is. What I want to do, let's put these away. What I want to do in this video is do the episode 9 homework. And the homework assignment, I jotted it down as I was watching Dede's video, is to take a photo and do the who, what, when, where, why, and how. So rather than a magazine image, I went through my vintage photos and I found this photo. Now, I've worked on this photo before. I think I'd have it in my journaling by 5s. I've done sketches off of it. And it's just really a photo that I found at a thrift store. And honestly, when you look through boxes of photos and you're filing through them, it's very easy to pass something like this up. You go, oh, that's not interesting, and you file on to a really cool vintage photo. But I pulled it out. For some reason, it interested me. And I never really thought too much about it until episode 9, my mapping homework assignment. And then I started really looking at this photo, and I'm going, wow, this would be an interesting photo to do some mind mapping on. I don't know who this is in here. These folks were obviously taken with a nice camera at that time, because they are probably 1940s or 1950s, I would guess. And this is a larger photo. This is not just a little snapshot off of a little brownie camera. This is a nicer, larger photo. So somebody was interested in this event. It's too big for my Society for Idea Collectors journal to get it in there. So I thought, I want something in my 2017 composite art journal that goes along with what I'm doing for the Society of Idea Collectors. So I pulled out one of these pages that I worked on. I'm going to work on the back of it. And I think I'm actually going to do a 2-page spread here.